Hello everyone, my name is Qijing. I'm USF student and the urban and community design major, and now I take the streets and blocks and class, and I'm from the Main Street team members. And now I'm introduce my work. The Main Street. I have a five parts do this work, and the first is the work audit toolkit, and when we the walk these streets, we found I found this there is a lack of the Main Street and Howard Street has many the historical buildings, and it is also very interesting and with a lot of cultural features. And there are also many programs, but it is an older location, and which is not well maintained all the year around. And the street does not have a complete traffic signs, and the road surface is uneven. And I found that most of the buildings on the both sides are sealed, and the biggest problem is that the somewhere is not good, and there is too much water on the road, and the stormwater cannot be judged in time. And this is the mapping the work audit. This is a location. And here there also the lack of the public space and the parks and the street furniture, and surrounding the environment is not well integrated, and here should activate the vitality of the street, and because it is because here is nearby the city center, and it has a good business environment and potential, and the problems for the pedestrians is the pedestrian knows the safe signs, and there is a lack of the street lighting in and the beach and some cross the sidewalk distance is narrow and not connected, and the side this is the sidewalks problem, and like the needs steady ground language, like the more the safer the science, and also here this location, this street, no many the cars, but but so because this street has is the no being this street have not been the maintained for a long time, and many street facilities look not well, and like the picture shows, the this street is the just a one way street, and the buildings and the street facility is an old, long time not used, and the sidewalks also the have many problems because the distance to the shops stores is narrow space, and some buildings are old, and the water from the water can not in the water still on the roads, and some buildings the water system so just put the building outside, and here is the street corner, the parks, but this park is a small park, very simple, and without good greenery, and here should be recognize creative here, and the building between the building have a more the empty space, but in the future here can be the public space. The context analysis here is the the first thing, the whole street is no more the signs, and the street is old here, and this is the venue for the Howard Street and Main Street, and here is the near the summer park and the like Able City, and this McFarland Park and the Ridgewood Park, the lake of the park here. This picture shows the lighting around this around both streets. I put more the lighting, the street lighting on both sides, because keep the street safe for driving for driver and the pedestrian. And here is the different type of trees for this area. The tree planting can protect the water and the soil erosion, and planting trees on both sides of the sidewalk can also provide the shade and the buffer for pedestrians. And plant tall trees in the parking lot to provide the shade for the vehicles. And also the trees and plantings is very good for the around this area air qualities. This is the existing the street section, and the street some like a street is not good use the not good use for the street function. We can this street is Howard Street, and this is the framework principles. The first is diversity of uses, and the Main Street and Howard Street mix the residential and commercial districts such as bars and restaurants and cafes and local business districts. And I think here should running off the commercial streets to make better use of the buildings, such as the coffee shops and the restaurants. and some of the retail stores and residential areas. And and better use of the public space, because because I found this somewhere have the space between the building and create complete sidewalk and the control the speed the car speed and more the lighting and in the intersection enhancement and the traffic transfer. And the second, the scale, the building and the street planning in the two streets are a bit monotonous. The street buildings are unevenly distributed, and there are many open space and incomplete buildings pass in the commercial area of the street. And there are also many abundant buildings and open space. People feel tired. People feel tired when walking and shopping because it takes a long time to walk. They can they can take a rest, take break on the street parks, street side parks, and I think and more activity areas can be created in the streets and alleys to increase public space, use free space to create public area, and especially for the children's area, because when children parents go shopping and the children can play in the children's area. And the third one is a social dimension, street dimension, or I think here to make the better use of the existing public space and increase green and beautiful the environment and increase outdoor furniture on city streets, and create a distinctive architectural style, like at a more the specific use the building special facade, create more the culture the facade building facade. And the fourth one is lighting. I think for lighting should add a lighting for the pedestrian and bicycle lanes, and increase the types of street lights at night, and also add more the lighting for alleyways. And by the local economy in the Main Street and Howard Street area, there is great potential to drive regional economic development. There are many distinctive buildings and resources for the location of the neighborhood, and in the existing street and geographical situation, and people can walk and cycle to the surrounding river scene, or park or drive a few minutes to Ibo City, and there will be good development after transformation. I think here this area should add a bus transit system and increase bicycle lanes and the sidewalks. And the sixth one, local identity, combining local architecture features to create interesting public space, and larger scale enterprise chains have been established, and such as supermarket chains and well-known stories inspire local characteristic enterprises and set up the better corporate logos in public space, such as the special restaurants, cafes, cafe shops, and the wine culture. And the complete streets, I think the complete streets should add more the sidewalks for pedestrian, and functional the zoning of the lanes, such as street parking and bicycle lanes and bus lanes, and the integrity of street infrastructures. And also the greenery on both sides of the Main Street and Howard Street, and making the whole street inactive. In the green of the street increase people's visual and physical comfort, and rest in the nearby park when people are tired from shopping. And I think here increase the green public space, because urban green can reduce stress levels and enhance urban happiness. And also the increasing trees, plants, and flower bells, and urban energy and maintain in the road significance. The last one is the social participation. I think the design should combine residents' ideas, because residents who live there are more aware of their relative street transformation, and involving them in the design of the streets will increase feasibilities. Involve residents in the design, planning, and management of urban public space, or the communities in which they live, is essential to maintain in the quality of those space. And the public space have different uses and meaning in every neighborhood and community. And the participation of the residents ensure that the nature and the use of public space can meet the unique needs of the community. And this is the street, the existing West Tampa, West Main Street. It's a lack of the trees, some and no more the function on the street. And after I create more the greenery for both street sides, and keep the keep more the on-street parking space, and at one side the 4 bicycle lanes, and I put the I set up the outdoor furniture and the bus stop lanes, and more the street lightings, the and for the street and the pedestrian. This is existing Harvard Street. We can see the existing streets also lack of the function, street function, and the after view. I set up the very interesting area for the children's, because when the children parents go shopping, the children can play here, play the children's area, and also I add more the greenery in the green belt on the both street sides, and more the parking here, and at the street furniture for the pedestrian, and then just the street view. This street for the Main Street, This and also I create the bus stop station and add the greenery for this area. And this picture show the Howard Street and and uh, and here in the section the stormwater management here. That's it. Thank you.